Welcome back to my train room and to my YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying this series. Last week we left off with the front and rear porches almost done. There were a few more bits and pieces I had to take care of before I could install them. Anyway, this week we will get the model completely finished. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I've been up to. Well, I've painted the porches. All the framing is white. The walking surfaces are grey and thoroughly scuffed up. I scraped it with the end of a needle file, and then on the treads where I wanted to make it look as though it was worn, I couldn't get enough motion with the file, so I used a Dremel. So they look well worn, at least I think they do anyway. Before I glue this in place, I'm going to paint the house walls because I think they'll be easier. So let's do that and I'll be right back. Okay, most of the white is now painted. I've deliberately left it with a thin coat so the wood shows through in places. I think by the time it's got a little bit of weathering dust on it, it'll look like tired paint. Well, this morning I've got all the windows prepped. I sprayed the front side, I put in the glass, and then I sprayed the back with a clear coat. It was supposed to be dull coat. It hasn't frosted them as much as I thought it would. I think it'll still work though. I've also been working on the foundation. I sprayed that with a tan primer, then I dry brushed it with two different shades of grey and put on a black wash. I'm waiting for the black wash to dry and then I will hit it with a few more dry brush coats and then that'll be done. When I painted the walls of the house, I deliberately left it fairly thin so a little bit of the wood shows through in places. That's to represent tired paint. I think I might go back and put a little bit more down here because it's too much wood showing through. But anyway, once I've got the downstairs doors and windows installed, I can build the porch roofs. So let me get on with that and I will be right back. Well, this is what it looks like after a couple more sessions down here. I've got all the ground floor doors and windows in. I've got the foundation painted. In the process of putting these windows in, I managed to break both porches and had to repair them, and that was a real pain. Especially the front one. I managed to knock the railing off, and gluing that in where I couldn't reach was awkward. The back one was a lot easier. The whole porch came off in one piece. I just had to reattach it. Anyway, next thing to do is get the porch roofs built. Okay, I've been working on the two porches. I've got the four end pieces in. I've got the roof sections cut to size. Getting those two to fit was a bit of trial and error. The back one, of course, is fairly easy. Need some glue and then I'll just get them attached. Now I just need to leave that to set up and I have a dinner date with my wife. So I will check in with you again later. Well, I've got the porch roofs installed and shingled. I've also put the ridge cap on here and I've put flashing around all three. You can't see the flashing yet because it's the same colour as the shingles. I'm going to pick it out in a metallic colour. I think I might be getting it just a little bit faster with the shingling because it only took me about an hour to do those two porches. I've painted all the new parts of the porch. I've also dry brushed grey on all the shingles to give it a slightly less uniform colour. Bring out the texture as well. And then I've touched up the white. Next thing I've got to do is install the upstairs windows, and then just get a little bit of weathering on it, and then I think I'll be done. Alright, let's get those windows installed. All the windows are done. I'm going to let those go hard before I continue. Well, this is what my house looks like Saturday morning. I've still got a few more things to do. I've got to pick out the flashing around the porch roofs in a metallic colour. I've got to put soot stains around the tops of the chimneys and tar beads around the bottom. Then I've got to weather it just a little bit. Although this house is destined for a coal hauling railroad, I am not going to be putting a thick coating of soot on everything, mainly because I'm told that he's modelling the 70s. So the roof shingles would most likely have been replaced since the end of steam, and the siding would almost certainly have been repainted in that time. What I think I will do is put some very light green stains under the windows where the window paint has been washed down the walls. So let me get on with all of that, and I will be right back. Okay, I've done all those things I listed. I've got soot around the top of the chimneys, tar around the bottom, green stains underneath the windows, flashings all painted, although it didn't show up as brightly as I thought it would. The roof already has a nice variegated stain on it. Maybe I'll put some more rain streaks down it, I don't know yet. Or maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll send it out just as it is. So there we are, there's my first effort at N-scale modelling. I'll let you be the judge of whether or not I was successful. Well, that just about wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed watching this series as much as I enjoyed my first effort in N-scale modelling. All I have to do now is send this out to the customer. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I will see you again next week, although I haven't yet decided just what I'm going to be doing. So that will be a surprise for both of us. Bye for now.